Yeah. Awesome. You score goals? You score how many goals you score? Jeez! That's how you feel, huh? Okay. Oh, you do it all, huh? That's what's up though, man. Is that who you wanna play like? Oh, let's go. Talk your heat, baby. I love it. I love it. I was gonna say a different word, but I forgot your kid, so I can't say it. What's up, man? When do you play again? When do you play again? No. Are you ready? Oh yeah? You ready? Talking like a grown man. Who are you? Why are you talking like a grown man? I don't like it. You're a little boy. Why are you talking like a grown man? All right. Would you pop your head to George? Oh yeah? What up, Alejandro? Nah, man, I ain't watching that. Lakers ain't playing. I ain't watching that shit. I don't like both of them teams. I ain't watching none of that. I legit didn't see a single match. Yeah, yeah. Tell him, tell him. It's okay, Papa. Take your time. I'm taking over the show today. Tell him. Oh, I'm fixing the wrong one. Too. Damn it. All right, Papa. Have a good dinner. Hey, if it's not good, tell him to stop, bro. Nah, they're shit. Nah. Look at look. Nah, nah, nah. George Loki, a Boston fan, though. I could tell. What video? I got a lot. It's 'cause I got a lot more pixels in my I got a lot more pixels in my monitor right now. You know what I mean? So I had to readjust this. You know what I mean? So I got 4K. That's 2160 pixels across. Oh, I'm muted. I've been muted this whole time, huh? That hurts my heart, though. Don't talk about old dog. Do this, bro. Why is my? Oh, I think. Of course he did. That's your friend too. That's some shit, you know what I mean? That's your friend. Tell him something, dog. Angel, hurry up, come back, dog, so we can start this goddamn show. Again, dog, it's your friend. That's your friend, dog. Oh, they and he's gone now. Okay, you know. Hey, say something. I don't think the chat can hear you though.
Damn, I thought I was gonna put him to
Can you hear
sleep.
me?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now, now we
How
can.
can I know? How can I know? How
Yeah,
can I
dog.
know?
All right, you guys ready? Want to start this?
I've been
See,
ready.
see,
Yeah,
see,
let's
see,
just
see.
let's go
Sonido.
straight into it.
See.
Let's go straight into it,
Fuck that
boys.
fool, Chris, dog.
Fat Chris.
Yeah, Dom muted you right after you said Packers.
Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 my supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
That's you. Then it's not. I could say, I could say some foul shit.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Let me go here. This is where we're at. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
What's up?
What up, fellas? How are you? How's that break? How's that break treat you guys?
You know when it's like spring break or when it's a long weekend, then you got to go back to work and you had a beautiful time off.
Yeah.
I'm back to work right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to this shit. And
Yeah?
then
3 weeks.
Why?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, 2
no,
weeks
no,
ago.
no,
All
no.
right, all right, all right, all right.
Even this week, right? We hadn't done it. I want to talk about the G's. The G's left a good impression right before we went into break, so I was looking forward to it.
Uh-huh.
And then yesterday, it could have been a fart, it could have been a cough, but I fucked up my back somehow, some way. So. I'm not sure how it happened, though, but I'm pretty sure it's one of the two. I either coughed wrong or I farted wrong, and I blew my back out, though. So I last night's sleep was fucking shit because I couldn't move. Every time I moved, I was twitching my back. It was lost of it. So no, I'm not excited for this today. And if I look like shit, know that I haven't slept much. And if I
You look the same way you always look.
God damn, that's the that's just evil. That's just evil. I mean,
You
no
do
need
though.
for
You
all
look
that.
the same. That's
No,
how you
no
always
need for
look.
no need for all that. No need for all
No,
that.
what can we tell you?
Monday
But
Night Ruchi.
with that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands because I'm not gonna get roasted for 2 hours. It's supposed to be George's roasting, not mine.
We ain't going for 2 hours.
We're not definitely have energy for that.
Masa, how you doing?
George, how you doing? Oh, you hosting now? You doing this shit now? Is your job now?
Yeah, I'm hosting.
Alright.
Yeah, because
Alright.
you're new. You're different apparently. Massa, I asked you a fucking question.
You know what I mean?
You're not.
This
You're not my
football.
host. You're not my
Yeah.
host.
Not my host.
All right,
Hashtag
sorry,
not my
Rudy.
host.
Rudy, you ask him.
Oh my god, how you guys doing? Somebody tell me you had a great break, feeling
You know what?
rejuvenized.
I did.
Yeah.
I did
I know
too.
you.
Yeah,
You.
fuck yeah.
I seen you on socials. You was out there with fam.
Vegas,
How was that?
Backstreet Boys. I'm shiny right
Yeah.
now because Eli and I live in the pool right now. Listen, I had my hesitations about moving out this way, but man, right now the weather is A1. The pool that they keep right now that it's summertime, they're taking care of the pool really well. It's empty. Oftentimes I go with Eli for a few hours. Like right now, I can't hear you well from this side because I have water in there. I can't get like I've been, and it's not coming out. But I feel that's why I'm golden right now. Look, I'm shiny. I'm like a fucking golden magic carp. You see, like I'm all shiny right now. It's fucking great, man. It's dope. I have
How deep is the pool?
on the deepest end is goes down to 9 feet.
Oh shit, it's pretty big.
Yeah, but it's only a small.
That's a nice
piece
pool.
It's only a small piece of the pool. The majority of the pool is like kid friendly. It's my size friendly. So Rudy, you and I we won't drown for most of it. So if you know how to
Dog,
swim, you're good.
fuck out
I
of here,
like
dog.
I
Fuck
like
out
how
of
he
here,
tries to
dog.
bring you down with it. I like how he tries
Fuck
to
out of
bring
here,
you down
dog.
with that.
I'm master floating. You can't fuck with me, dog. I ain't never gonna die, dog. I'll just float around, dog.
That is true.
You know what I mean?
No,
Oh,
man.
my back.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, well, I started working out again. My diet's still good, but I still fuck up with the chocolate. Right now I just bought a big pack of like if you, right now if you go to 7-Eleven, they have the two for 450 of the king size of candy. So I bought a king size Kit Kat and a king size Reese's peanut butter cup. So
Uh,
everything was
uh,
great.
uh,
I
uh,
just
uh,
can't handle my chocolate issue, bro. That's a problem. Like I need to go to
Listen,
like yeah.
Your
I
French.
I'm not even
yeah.
trying to be mean and anything like that, right? I'm not even trying to be mean and anything like that. I asked about how was your break. I didn't expect this to become your therapy session and tell me all your vices. You know what I mean? But I'm glad you had I'm glad you had a break, dog. I'm glad you had a good break. George Moss, how you guys doing? How was your break, dog? And please don't tell me about your vices and
We only had 5 minutes allocated to this, so all I could say it was good. Shit.
We had vacation.
You didn't get the notes?
was like, how was your break, Papa?
Good, baby. Good.
That was it,
Yeah.
baby. That's all we had.
Let's go.
That's all we had left over.
And Lisa got me this mug. I don't know if it was recently, but it says dog dad now. And it's just dope because Father's Day's around the corner and I'm a dog dad, so it's just great.
Fuck,
Yeah.
fuck the last 9-10 years of Father's Day you had. Huh?
Those don't count. This is the one that really counts. This first one, yeah, hell yeah. Coco Puff, man.
No, let's talk about some G shit.
Hell yeah, what's up, dog?
The boys are back. The boys are back in training this week. There was updated injuries. There was updated injuries, right? Where Costa apparently, but Costa is the one who is on a unknown timeline.
Vanny said I think yesterday it was that he should be back by the following week. They said like 5 to 6 days or something like that. I think he mentioned that he was going to get back into training with the team this week, but in terms of his timetable, probably next week is more realistic.
Douglas Dos Santos.
Yeah, well, yeah, for sure. So it definitely sounds like the aim is right now San Jose. I'm fairly certain it's going to be San Jose game.
Crazy. I mean, he hasn't done much. He's injured, but good news is Sega's back. And Sasha seems like he's gonna be coming back, right? Like both of those seem like they're on their way back. Should be available.
Yep. Well, Sasha's out for sure this weekend.
Yeah,
Sasha's out for sure. Koulibaly's questionable. Yeah.
Koulibaly's the one I'm interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Because he went down in the worst time for his Galaxy career. He had been performing really well, so I'm glad to hear that. Listen, after Cabral came through with that shirt, I know us in the pod were skeptical about what that timetable was like, right? I think Masa, you said at least we have the 2-week break, so I'm glad that timetable worked out and he should be back. He should be available pretty soon. We're looking forward to that because my man's was good. My man's turned it all around, and we were talking mad shit about him, and now like we were waiting for him to come back. So excited about that. Again, I just don't know about this Costa thing, man. That's just like I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you said it, George, with that Douglas Dos Santos. You know what I mean,
it sound fits, right?
Though, like it's not like a surprise or nothing.
Yeah, but if we knew that,
if I weren't expecting this, I don't know.
But if we knew that, and we knew that risk, like no. Understanding the shape that the Galaxy was in, I just try to question the FO. Why would you think that's a smart move? I mean,
because
the upside is
the FO doesn't have a brain.
Yeah, it's crazy. Fuck Vanny too.
You're not wrong. Yeah, listen, we're gonna talk about this today.
Hey, I'm dying on my stand. I have to. Listen, I'm not gonna flip flop shit. I can't.
Be humble, though. Be humble. Just take it.
I got humbled. I got humbled.
Let's talk about this, right? Because it's been quiet. It's been 2-week break. Again, Angel took full advantage of it.
Hell yeah, fuck yeah.
And he's eating chocolate again. I mean, like whatever.
I told you I'm not.
No. We don't have to talk about it.
Bro,
it's fine.
Stop getting him started. What are you doing?
I know. I do it myself, huh? I complain about it, but I do it myself.
Yeah.
For you guys are not watching on YouTube, Angel's showing his Kit Kat, his king size Kit Kat. Nobody needs to see that. I didn't need to tell you guys what you're missing, but I did. Let's talk about some Galaxy shit though, right? Because
is it a regular size Kit Kat, a king size Kit Kat for Angel? And a king size Kit Kat is medium.
But for you,
I just asked you. I keep going.
All right,
you see what I did too?
We're not gonna this short podcast. Remember, we're gonna do short podcast this week. Short, short, simple. Listen, right before the break, right? Actually, let me take it right. Let me take it back to Galaxy versus FC Dallas. We lose 3-1 at home. The following weekend we play against Minnesota. We get an ugly 1-1 draw. Could have won, got a 1-1 draw. Come back home and we take a L to Houston 3-0. And if you guys remember that pod right after that L, like we're big down.
Mhm.
We're big down, but everybody was pretty much on the same page talking about we'll bounce back against LAFC because of course we will, because it's that game, right? And when that happens, we come into a pod and
Hold on. Wait, hold that. We never said they're going to bounce back against LAFC. We said, fuck whatever happens to the AFC game. That is not a representation of the game leading up to, and probably what happens after. That
We said all
is
bets are off
standalone game.
after the LAFC
listen,
game.
my point, the point I was trying to get across is that we all figured they would have a better game against LAFC because they always do. That's what I was trying. That's what I was trying to get across.
Okay.
Yeah.
We come back after that game and we have a conversation on the pod and talking about how like we can't take that we can't take that to the bank. We can't bank on that because that's that game and that one. For some reason or another, no, doesn't matter who the players are, doesn't matter what the roster is, doesn't matter who the coach is, they always step up for it, right? They have a chip on their shoulders. Maybe. I don't know what it is, but they have some extra motivation for that game. And sure enough, they proved it 3-1, pretty dominant performance. Probably the dominant performance to that date, this year, right? And again, impressive, but we didn't want to.
We haven't talked about that. Well, obviously we're not going to talk about it a lot because it happened already several weeks ago. But I think that's the most dominant performance that we ever had against LAFC ever.
Yeah,
That's fair to say. Very fair.
I won't argue that at all. I mean, again, best performance we've seen by the Galaxy under Vanny this year, just in a long time. Like it was well rounded all the way across. Like there was never a doubt. All right, like they were pretty sure they were going to take this game pretty certain at the half. So, we come back to this part. We talk about we're not banking on that. I'm not ready to serve the Kool-Aid back and shit because it is that game. And wanted to see what happened in Austin. Me being the ever optimistic when it comes to the Galaxy, I was I figured we'll take a dub. George, you're on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, figuring that
Accurate.
we're gonna take that out. And again, like I'm not even gonna knock on you saying like you're out your ass talking about we got to take L because Austin was a better team. Right, at least on the records on the table, it showed that they were the better team.
Yep.
But holy fuck, the Galaxy backed up their performance against LAFC versus another tough team, Austin FC, and they whooped ass 4-1.
Whooped ass. Dominated.
It's like second half complete domination. The second half complete domination. I think first half, Austin held their own, like, where they made the game interesting. But that second half, man, like even first half, I figured the Galaxy were a little better, right? They didn't show it in the scoreboard because it was 0-0 at the time, but I felt the Galaxy was a little better. But we figured they have to be. They're at home, right? And we had just taken 2 ass whippings at home by Texas teams, so we couldn't make it a third. Yeah, same shit. Yeah, I mean they all just want to try. All right, but we had just taken back-to-back ass whippings at home by a Texas team. So it was good to see that Galaxy were at least a better team in the first half, and I left a lot of promise for that. Second half, effort comes in for Vasquez again, expected, I think, right? Actually, you know what? Let me just for the sake of it, let me just go through the lineup real quick. Bond was a goal. We had Edwards, Williams, Dupuy, and Araujo as our back line. Delgado, Reveloson, Granzier, Lev, Cabral, all right. Vasquez controlling the mid. It's Chicharito up striker. That's how we started the game. I mean, again, no surprises there at all, right? Especially with Sega being out. This was exactly what we figured would come out. So I'm glad it did. And I said we wanted to run it back, and we didn't, and it came out well. Change at halftime for Vasquez, I think, is to be expected. Old man, we have to keep his legs. So for Ephraim, not upset at that. But then we did get a goal scored, right? And it was
the penalty miss.
I didn't want it to because I wanted to focus on the good shit. But we can talk about penalty miss.
I'm just saying.
Let's talk about penalty miss. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it because Because you guys didn't say that. I don't want to believe it.
All right, let me ask you guys this question: did
Okay.
any of you expect that to go in?
No.
No,
Did I
you have
expect
doubt.
this one?
You have
No, I
doubts,
doubt. I
but
didn't
wouldn't be
think he was gonna
surprised.
make it.
It was
I
Cheech,
did.
right? Remind me. It
Yeah, I
was
didn't
Cheech,
think
right?
I didn't
Yeah,
think he
okay.
was gonna make it.
Yeah, that's what like. Oh, all right, this is gonna be a miss. Like
Yeah,
it's
me
sad.
too.
It's fucked up.
But see, like,
Yeah.
But
you
we're at
guys
that
been
point
calling
with
this. Yeah, you guys been calling this.
Yeah. He's don't let him take PKs. It's
You guys been calling
about
it.
him. Yeah.
It's a
Who
mental
would take
thing.
PKs for you in that situation? Just a quick
You know what?
question.
I get the
Don't give me an
questions out of there,
explanation. Just a quick
but
question.
at this point, fucking anyone, rock paper scissors, that shit, fucking even.
No, just say a name.
All
Say
right,
your name from the starting lineup.
You know what? Fuck it, Cabral.
Revolution.
Fuck it,
No,
Cabral.
what the hell? I think
Damn,
Cabral is
bro.
fucking my fuck. I think Cabral is my fuck.
Probably.
I'll have Delgado or
But
Revolution
think
take it.
about it. But think about it. If he makes it, that's a boost of confidence for the rest of that game, at least, right?
Yeah.
So that's someone who needs it more, in my opinion, than Cheech, who we expect him to miss. With Cabral, you have nothing to lose.
You do
No,
have a lot
but-
to lose
but-
because it could fuck his head.
Well, okay, fair. All right.
Yeah,
fair,
big time.
Fair.
Listen,
maybe
I-
I'm thinking more of like, hey, you need something. You need something. Like this is
No.
a great opportunity, bro. This is a great opportunity.
So listen, I think you guys are right. You guys been calling Chirito. I don't want to believe it because he's a striker. He's a goal getter. He's the one that's gonna score goal for us. So I want him to be scoring PKs, right? Like those are the easy goals you want to take so he can pad his fucking goal scorers, right? But you guys are right. Like he can't. He's a mental thing. He's fucked. Like he just gives it up, or I don't know what it is. But you can't take PKs, man. I'll have fucking Delgado or Revolution take one because at least I know either one of them.
Revolution has a good leg. We've seen it already. Markey so far has shown that he can.
I wouldn't be against
look,
Raheem
yeah.
hitting one.
Yeah.
Well,
He's a
I'll tell you,
lefty.
my decision for Delgado or Revolution is because this was like they'll pick a corner and they'll stick to it and they'll just fucking rifle it in. No
I have no
bullshit,
problem
no
with that.
no fancy shit. You know what I mean? So,
No problem with
but
that.
again, I would like Chirito. Unfortunately, he's not going to be the guy for a PK. You know what I mean? Like that's not going to happen. That happened. We missed the PK. Should have been a goal. We should have been up, but we weren't. 0-0 again. Going into halftime, I felt like we were a better team. That being a big part of it, right? We should have been one up, but missed another PK. To the third minute, Winter scores a goal, and I'm not. I don't want. We could dive into it a little bit. I don't want to make it too much of a big deal, but like, how did he have so much space to take it the way he took it?
Because there was a runner, and the person on him went with the runner instead of staying in front of the ball. Regardless, we were fucked in that situation because if the defender that was marking him doesn't take the runner, then the ball goes to the runner and he's wide open. And if he goes to the runner, then he had an open shot. I mean,
See,
it
like,
was a
you-
fucked up situation.
What I ask for when I'm playing keep though,
Let him go wide.
Push him to the side.
let him go wide. Because if
To
you
be
go wide
fair,
on me, like
Let him go down the
I have better. I have a better. No, please don't do that. If you let him go wide, like yes, that's dangerous. But like that gives me an advantage because I can cover my angle, right? But
Yeah.
when you leave, go for it.
But to be fair though, he didn't really have a lot of time either though. He toe poked the fuck out of that because that was a little opening he had. He had like
You know-
he had time in the box, but the little movement from when the defender like slightly moves towards the side, it was a quick toe poke, like a quick reaction.
I don't think it was a toe poke because I think he measures the bounce of it and gets it right because he gets it flushed, right? So he has time to get it flushed. He has time to measure because he catches it on the up bounce, right? And I might be wrong. That's how I remember it, but he catches it on the up bounce and he times it right and he catches it flush and it like Bond's not gonna do nothing. It wasn't like two angles, but it's a shot. And in my opinion, I think that's the time he has, right? Because he has the time to measure that bounce, come back up,
I
right?
don't know why I remember it being a toe poke. I could be wrong though.
No, I
It
remember him
was.
catching. But
It
like
looked like it. Well, quick
I'm
glance.
not- I'm
Again,
not-
quick glance. No, you're probably right. I'm not gonna argue. I didn't go back to look at it, but his stance, the way he was standing, it seemed like he kind of toe poked it.
well, because he takes it on the same foot, like you know what I mean, like he takes it on that
Yeah.
foot, like it wasn't. No lo agarra de ambiente, like he gets it like off the bounce and he just kind of gets a flush.
straight,
Either
right,
way,
straight.
yeah.
He just
it's-
has so much
straight.
time in the box, which is frustrating. He gets time to control the ball, and I feel like the defender and him stare at each other for a hot second. That's too much time in the box, especially for a forward or an attacker. Yeah, it's stupid.
Pressure him,
Regardless if
man.
regardless if it's a toe poke or three, whatever it is,
Whatever,
you
yeah.
shouldn't have that much time inside of a box.
Yeah, like a little pressure. That maybe he gets it off the bounce and he skies it, right? Or Churrito to the left or whatever. I just felt like it was too much thing. But that did spark something, right? That sparked something because that happens. Grandier gets pulled. I know, Angel, you probably were throwing a fit when that happens. Yasir gets pulled for Jovelik, and the team changes, right? The shape changes because
You know why I wasn't pissed about that really quick? It's because of that change, right? It's how many times I said fuck it, like go cause chaos up there. You know, go do something in the attack, right? You're already losing. Fuck it, you're already losing. I get that Telly is 1-0, but that happened like what 60th minute whenever they scored.
so they scored
We
53rd
scored in
minute.
the 60th.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah,
They scored 53rd minute. Jovelik at least officially comes in at the 57th minute, and we
there you
score on the
go. So
61st minute.
I had
Like,
no
yeah,
problem with that. Like, you know what? You're getting an attack-minded player. You're
Uh-huh.
going for this. You're going for the game. You're trying to turn this game on its head. I had no problem with that.
I think the frustration comes in when we take off Grandier and we put in a Sasha, where
Yeah.
it controls the
Fair.
game, but we understand it. But Joveljic kind of adds that urgency and pressure to the defense.
and
Urgency.
that
Oh,
he
that's
did,
the word. Oof.
Yeah,
That's the word.
and that he did. But it was, we're like, I was so happy with the performance, and he rightfully got like player of the week, and he was in the the starting 11 for the week, whatever. He rightfully so because it was urgency, but it wasn't chaotic. Like this guy was precise. Like what he was trying to do was like he knew what he wanted to do. He was precise in what he did. I mean, if we just look at that goal, he sets up the first goal. He sets up Cheech for,
The little flick, baby.
that
Woo.
takes so much composure.
Yep.
and you set up Cheech the way you do, right? Because Cheech finish is also amazing. Like one of my favorite finishes because he puts it so far away from the keeper. He puts the keeper out of it, right? Like
Yeah,
Jovelik sets him up, and Cheech takes it the way like our striker should take it. You know what I mean? Just decisive to the other corner, down and hard. Dog. Like that play to me is like man, I was in love with that goal, man. It was it, it was two players. It was two players who were gonna score. You know what I mean? It was two players that like they were gonna score in that play. Like you know what I mean? Like they knew it and they did it and shit, man. Who's the one that puts in the lead ball? Is that Julian that puts in the lead ball
Julian.
for?
Julian sees
That's a ball
Julian
too.
sees Joveljic make the run. He takes his
Yeah,
time. That was good.
that's a good like the all around. Like to me, that was a really really good play. Like I was shit that goes in, man. And I watched it at home, so I was like fucking yeah. I was happy about that one. That was a nice goal, man. All around, and it was Jovelik. And it's Jovelik doing that shit, dog. Like, and they changed the whole energy, right? Because before that, like I thought we were a better team, and they got scored.
You know why? Because I think of the goal. The goal just comes with so much swagger and so much calmness that it's one of those things that we should be here. We know how to do this. I think it was just if it was just I may be talking out of my ass, but I feel if it was just like a wonder goal, it'd be like, oh, okay, it was a wonder goal. It is what it is. But the fact that that it was played, it was a good touch. It was a great finish. There was a lot more build up to the team. So the team's like, damn, this is some shit that we could do, which is something we've seen, but they do it in little pieces, and they choose to do it.
It was a payoff to what they had been trying to do the whole game, right?
Mhm.
It was finally like a payoff to what they've been trying to do, like, and it showed, like, and I think that gave them the confidence to like, oh yeah, we could do this, right? Because after that point, like, there was no turning back, bro. Like, it was Galaxy versus bots because Austin couldn't respond. Austin did not have response to Jovelik and the switch information, slight switch information. Because I think all it really was is Cheech just dropped that a little bit more, and Efra scooted wide. Like that's really what the change was. But I don't think it changed much information. It was just the intention of the team had after that goal, right? And again, I think a lot of comes to the way that goal was scored is a payoff to what they have been trying to do. And it wasn't the wonder goal that George was talking about. Like it wasn't a fluke goal. It wasn't a bad giveaway from defense that we capitalized. It was what we're goal. And that continued because, a few minutes later, you see that from the other side with Raheem, right? Raheem putting in work and I'll say it like that was a shot. Raheem, tried to take a shot, but Jovelik is there to redirect it the way he needed to score that goal. And in 3 minutes, we flipped that game upside down, right? Where they had taken the lead at the 53rd minute. By 64th minute, we're up 2-1. That forces Austin into making 3 subs, which we respond right back for, right? With Edwards coming out and Chichara going out.
Coming in.
No. Aguirre and Gasper come in because Ever came in and started half for Vasquez.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
you're right.
So we take the shape back. We take the same shape back. But it doesn't change much. The Galaxy were still the better team at that point. Like the whole second half after that first goal, like the Galaxy was just in. And then we have fucking the second goal with Efra's assist. That ball ever plays into
When he plays them over.
that ball he plays, like that's what he want for a chicken nugget motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like he has that vision and he knows how to play the ball. Why can't you do this consistently? But that was a ball. That's a ball. And it's a really good ball, but with Jovelik does? What Jovelik does is
No
nasty,
power,
man.
no nothing. Takes it calmly and just he pretends he's going in with power, just flips it over.
Listen,
Shit.
and it took deflection.
I didn't
But-
even-
I did it.
I think he chipped it.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't think he took a
I think
deflection.
he chipped
No,
it.
it does. It hits the goalie in the shoulder and it bounces him. So again, so that's why it looks like the bounce higher, but the intention that he wants to do, that's exactly what caused that deflection.
Good
It's all
God,
him.
Yeah.
It's all him. It's all him. And it's that smart thing, right? Because if he takes it, if he just like tries to bomb it, the goalie's keeping that, right? His goalie's probably taking it to the chest of him, but the goalie has that
Or the
covered. The
defender
fact,
takes it out.
right. But the fact that he tries to play that, like just tries to lift it over his shoulder,
A composure.
yo, and we're up 3-1. And my man has 2 goals and an assist. He's been on for 20 minutes,
And he ain't done yet.
right? I'm celebrating. It's 3-1 in the 88th minute. Like, stop it. We won this game.
Yep.
like it's over. Mercy roll.
Let's go. Let's go. Like, fuck Texas. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. You know what I mean? Like, let's go. But it wasn't over. Fuck Texas.
Fuck Texas.
But it wasn't over, right? Like, there's one more. There's one more dead play. It's a dead play.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing there. Like, it's dead play. Like, it's a spearhead. Defense wins it. A bad bounce. And Joe Lip was a fucking a bicycle kick out of his ass.
Fine, bro.
Like, out of his ass, bro.
Ooh.
Out of his ass.
Yep.
And it wasn't like it wasn't just like, let me get something on it. Like, my man's puts a fucking like the angel saying a dime past the fucking effort where effort like
I'm
I'm a hater. It's not
Why?
a good finish.
stop
Oh
it.
no, absolutely not. No, I
It's
think
not a
No,
good
stop it.
It's not a good finish.
Oh, you guys are mad, man. Was it a goal?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go. Fine. That's great. I'll take it any day. But-
Did Efra shoot it? Did he
Alright.
took it on, did he take it on his left?
All right,
Like, how is that not a good finish? Like,
You're just
No!
reaching at
He
this point. You just want
finished.
anything. No,
He
it was a
finished.
horrible take. It was a
He
horrible.
finished. He
Take.
finished.
The goalie.
He
the
scored a
goalie was
goal.
horrible
He
on it.
beat the keeper. He beat the
Okay.
keeper. Why are we arguing about he beat the keeper? Listen, we can't argue about a goal.
I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just
We
saying
can't-
that it's not a good take.
It's a goal. It's a good take.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Listen,
Okay.
listen.
So when Bond comes out, throws himself to the floor, and the other guy just goes around. It's a good take. It's a good goal.
it's a good goal.
Okay. Okay.
It's a good goal
I don't agree with you.
for the attacker.
I don't
The
agree
fuck?
with you.
Listen, again,
Why
and it
would
wasn't
you
even
say
close. It wasn't even close. It hit top net. It wasn't even close. Like, he put it away.
Top net.
It hit top net.
What top net?
that was like right down the middle of the goalie, man. It's
What are
not-
you
That's why,
talking?
though.
Are we watching
That's
the
what
same
makes
goal?
it. That's what makes it a good finish, though, to me.
It's not a good finish because it's right above
Because
the goalie.
he opens up his hips, and the keeper thinks he's going to his left.
Nah.
So the keeper dives left, and therefore puts it down the middle.
Listen, I'll give it to
Man.
you.
Wasn't a good shot.
Just because
Li- li-
it's
That's
All
on
right.
my side.
Hold
It's like
on.
when you take a penalty.
Time out.
All right.
I'm gonna establish something here, right?
Let's take it back really quick.
I'm gonna establish something here. The reason we've been giving Grandier and Cabral so much shit is because they had opportunities they couldn't put away.
Not finishing pay away, right?
We're not gonna sit here and complain about ever putting a goal away. Like, we're not gonna complain about that. Like, that's not what we're doing here. Like, that's illogical because like exactly what we've been asking for Cabral and Grandier and Efra to do, because Efra has had chances like in front of goal who has not been put away. Right? It cheats too. This guy put it away, and we're mad, and we have anything to say about it. That's ridiculous.
Let me tell you what it is for me.
Okay.
I have whatever fucking scored. First of all, you get that dime from Jovic. Like, listen, that game's over, and with Jovic, he says, "Nah, fuck that. I want more. Like I want more. Efra's open. I want another one. That's the type of shit that I've been wanting from our team for the longest. Like
Yeah,
be deadly, like
ruthless,
that killer instinct. Like
ruthless.
fuck that, ruthless. No, don't just start passing about. No, fuck that. Go get another one. Fuck it, get another one. You don't know what's gonna happen. Listen, we're the LA Galaxy. All right, what's happened to us the last few years? It always comes down to the last game of the regular season. We get eliminated or we barely make it in. The way that we are, we need goals because I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of this season we're tied with someone with points. And guess what the difference is gonna be? Maybe that fucking goal that Jovic sets up, Chiki Nugi, right?
Even more so, it's at home. We gotta take dubs, right? Like,
Yeah,
and we gotta be
fucking
convincing as
whoop
fuck
that
at
ass.
home.
Beat the shit out of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Be convincing.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
everything about it. About Jovic. It's like that's. I hope that resonates and starts translating to the rest of the fucking team and that energy of being ruthless, being deadly. Like we're the fucking Galaxy, and when teams start coming over here, it's like,
Scared.
oh, agárrense, hijo de puta, agárrense, you know. And to the goal, right? Listen, to me, it's just sería el colmo. No, sería el colmo, Rudy. El colmo. If Chikinugi misses that, I don't care how fuck. Listen, do I agree with George about how ugly that finish was? Cool. Yes, I do. But did he make it? Absolutely. I was just like this, like make it, just make it. You got that.
Yeah,
Just,
yeah,
I don't care how.
100%, 100%.
Just
Yeah,
make it. Just make it. Because listen,
yeah, me too.
I think like 99.9% of that stadium, I think only his mom and his dad were probably the only ones like he's gonna make it. But the rest of us were like, ooh,
Please
this
make it.
motherfucker's about to miss. This motherfucker's about to
Yeah,
miss. Please
yeah,
make it.
yeah,
So I think
100%.
that's mostly what it is for me. And he ended up making it. I was like, all right, Chiki Nugi, thank you. Because
He finished.
that assist, if you missed that, oh, that's it.
Man,
That's it. And Nisa, they need players over at Nisa.
but I'm telling you, like that's why I'm. You guys can nitpick, but I think it's horribly wrong because we've seen this shit so many times, like one-on-ones
A lot of people
on the
chat
net, like,
don't think so.
and we missed. Listen, again, say I'm wrong. Say I'm wrong by that. The reason why we've been critical on Cabral, Granzier, and Efra, Cheech at times, is because they missed opportunities that would give us the game, that would give us a padding on the goal scoring, and we missed. How the hell are we gonna say anything about ever getting a one-on-one and finishing? Man, he could trip, accidentally trip. The ball pops up and it hits the back heel.
I mean, like, yeah,
He
it's
finishes. He
possible,
finishes.
that's
Like that's a listen. We were negative on. We were negative when it came to goal differential, and we're +2. And that's because whether it was beautiful world class finish
World class
or the
assist.
ugly or the ugliest finish in the world, it doesn't matter because if that could have been a dope ass pass when they ever missed, it would have been shit.
We should get points for assists. Just
Man, all I'm saying is that we're not arguing when they actually do what they need to do. Maybe not the prettiest, and I'm okay with that. Like, listen, at 4-1, I'll take it. You know what I mean? I'll take that, and we're sure we did 4-1. So here's where I wanted to get at, right? Because this is a conversation I want to have. What the fuck does that mean now?
To what?
Right? Because we've seen the team in the beginning of the season where they were grinding. They weren't being pretty. They weren't clicking. They were grinding. Right? Getting victories 1-0, not giving a lot up, getting results. And then we see a team that slumped and they just couldn't get a dub, and they were just like allowing sloppy goals. Finish that stint with a fucking 2 home defeats at home. 2 home defeats at home, huh? But 2 bad defeats at home.
defeats at home. All right.
2 bad defeats at home. And then you finish like this first stint of the season with 2 really, really dominant performances against 2 very good teams, at least, based on the table right now. What do we make out of all this? Because this team has.
I'm just gonna go ahead and touch on what I said on the previous pod. We're better at counterattacking. Like that whole like possession shit. Like, yeah, we can play it, but since we don't have a fucking cam, when teams sit in low blocks, we're not about to do shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
when
you need
teams like
possession.
Austin and LAFC won't do that.
But do you think we play
And that's why we're
counterattacking
six-
style against both of those teams in those 2
I
games?
think we were a little more direct than we
Direct,
usually were.
yes, but I don't think we were playing counterattack.
They just give us space. They
Which
open up
is
space.
Different. That's different. Yeah, you play another team that wants to play like you do. It doesn't necessarily mean counterattack.
Yeah, listen.
I just
again,
feel like
I don't necessarily
we
think.
play better with teams that that don't sit back. Then
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
obviously, yeah,
100%.
that's
Yeah,
fair. Oh,
absolutely. Yeah.
but
Okay, that's yeah for sure.
with when teams play that back line like really low or really deep,
no, we struggle.
the possession is that's exactly what the possession is for, right? Trying to keep the ball, trying to pull them out to find the spaces that then we become that fast paced direct team, right? Like once we find the spaces is when we look good. But
Mhm.
when the team sits in, like that's why they play possession because they're trying to pull them out. That's why you see the pass go from Bond to fucking from Bond to Williams to fucking Dupuy or whoever it is. Try to get that line pulled out and find the spaces behind. I mean that's the model. Has it been working? No.
Yeah, because if you're the opposite team, fuck it. You know how they're gonna try to pull you out. So why are you gonna go? All right, cool. Play in the back all you want. That's why Chicago was such a boring ass game because Chicago said, "Hey, that's cool. Pass it all the way
We ain't
back.
doing
We're not
shit.
chasing.
Yeah.
We're not chasing." And that's exactly what happened.
Yep. Like and it's an interesting conundrum for Vanny to fucking to decipher because like what is it, right? Like we're not good enough. We're not good enough to say like we could play that way every team. Even when they defend low, we're gonna hold the ball and wait for you to come out or poke you to come out, right? Because as good as our defense has been this year, or as better as it's been since last year, like I think we still give up some goals. Like we still give up some goals when we're fucking around like that, right? And we've seen it come close a lot of time when we had a bad distribution and we try to do that shit, right? So like interesting. How are we feeling though? Like, can we
I'm
see more of
feeling
this?
Optimistic.
yes if we have no Douglas Costa for a minute.
Do you think
I
he
think
fucks up the lineup?
I think he fucks up the lineup because you just spend all that money. Well, it's not even that much money yet, but that pre-contract or pre-agreement with Juventus, they're gonna acquire this guy on that DP contract, and this guy, he's just not. I think. Listen, for as much shit as we given Cabral, we've given Grand Sur, we've given Chikimugi, we've given some of these players at different times. They seem to at least give you the effort, right? They're there at least every game. They're staying healthy. They're doing things that we're not seeing at all from Costa.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what he's like in the locker room. I don't know what he's like around the players. I don't know anything. I haven't heard anything. Not knocking him for that sense. But right now he's not contributing at all to the team. And if you say, hey, okay, you're healthy, now let's toss you in here when you just had guys, these guys just put these type of performances that are playing for each other. You just add this guy back to the mix, and he's the type of player that demands, the ball. Like you have to play with him, you have to give him the ball. So you go from playing team soccer to playing Douglas Costa soccer.
So now,
I
question
gotta figure something out. Oh,
from a business standpoint: if you're watching this and you're spending all this money on this man, how would you feel about him being on the bench?
I, I don't think it
I
matters.
mean,
It's happened. No, it's happened in the
I don't
past.
think it matters, but I don't think it matters right now though. I don't think it matters right
In a
now just
couple
because,
games.
yeah, it all depends on that. It all depends on that because right now, like listen, Galaxy is sitting outside of the playoffs right now. Galaxy is sitting outside of the playoffs right now. I mean, identical record with Montreal, but then we're also. Oh, I'm sorry. Out of the top 10, yeah, I was looking at the. I was looking at
Supporter
the.
shield.
Yeah, support shield. But like, even at that, right? Like it's 6 games, 6 points away from being tied
but
for
we are in the playoff
number one
spot.
shield.
No, West,
Yeah,
right?
yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
We're in fifth.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking at support shield and I didn't realize.
Yeah, I know
that.
we suck, but not that bad yet. Fuck.
We're comfortably in the
No,
playoffs right now.
But even at that, what I was gonna say is like, yeah, that part, right? Like we're 3 points, we're 6 points away from competing for the supporter shield, right? In a up and down season. I don't
Yeah.
think they'll press them to play Costa because of that, right? Because even more so than what we're spending on Costa, like this team wants playoffs and they want to try to do something in playoffs. So I don't think they'll get pressure from the FO to play them if we're competing, if we're in there. If we start sliding,
No player to bring off the bench. I'm not knocking that. If you bring him off the bench, try to make
And
something. He could create, make something out of nothing.
but I don't think we'll see pressure from the FO to get him to play to start or be a key man in our team just yet. As long as
I
we
hope so.
as long as we're competing, I think we'll be straight though because I think more so than business, they want silverware, right? They want to have they want to
But you
compete.
don't think that would affect the morale of, like, let's say a Jovic, right? He just put the performance that he put in right now, right? And let's say moving forward, I don't listen, Greg Vanny. I know you hear this podcast. After this game he gave you, there's no fucking way that you don't consider playing this guy every fucking game, even if it's 40 fucking minutes, 30 minutes
Coming
a
off
game.
the bench,
But
I think
that's
that's
fine.
when he's. I think
But
that's his best role.
right, well, and that's what I was getting to. Like, well, if you're a player like him, and then you see Costa come out of nowhere and he starts games again, or he
Mm-hmm.
gets more minutes off the bench than you do. How does that affect his? How do you think that affects his morale? A young player like that, you have this guy coming in. And let's say he doesn't do shit, because so far he hasn't done shit apart from like what the 2 goals.
Yeah, and that shit. Yeah.
One off of a deflection, and the other one off of a. Listen, I'm not gonna knock that other free kick, dope ass free kick, but they haven't been relevant goals. We've lost both games.
I think if you're Greg Banny, it puts you in a bad position. But then that's when coaching and how you speak to your players comes into play. If they believe what you're doing, it doesn't matter what you're doing.
Listen,
So
you honestly think that Vandy wouldn't prefer
yes,
if Costa hated his time here,
yes,
and he doesn't want to go through with the contract, like
yes.
you know what I mean? So I don't necessarily see like the pressure there, right? Because I think of the G's are recognizing right now if there's any way they could probably get away from this and not commit to like the next year, right? Because they'll probably figure something out. So I hope they be smart enough because Costa's
I
definitely
hope
man
so.
like we have to
I mean,
do
but Vanny's
Douglas Costa.
Costa's biggest fan. I mean, as he should be.
I
He's
think
the
he has
coach.
to be though. Yeah.
Yeah. But but still, there's still a little bit on there. Like even when he plays bad games, I've seen him kind of knock him a little bit during the press conferences. But still, I want him to be a little bit more forward with those type of players because they're professional. They've been around for a long time. I think that might wake him up as opposed to a young player if you kind of bench him prior for nothing.
I'm against that. I'm against Bavani, and this is my personal opinion, just on coaching and the way like you handle all the shit indoors. You know, what I mean, you don't publicly come out and say anything.
He said some
Anything.
shit. He
Said
said
some
some
I know.
shit.
shit. He said
Yeah.
that Nuggy's not it, and they need another midfielder. He
Yeah.
clearly said that shit. Cheeky
I'm
Nuggy
glad
ain't
he
it.
said that.
Yep, he said, "Listen, I hope Defro would, progress more than he has so far. Victor Vasquez's legs, blah blah blah. We need a camp." That's exactly what he said, in those words, just like that.
Yeah,
Thank God.
well, but I think like see, I don't even think that's wild to say, right?
It's not though.
Because
Nah.
because it's true because it's been visual for it's been on display for anybody to see. He's gotten his opportunity.
Keep that same
Especially
energy though for Douglas.
Nope, because he hasn't had an opportunity. Like I don't want him. I don't want him to say anything because like he hasn't had an opportunity, right? And to be fair, like same shit with Cabral, right? Like this
You
year
know
is his
what,
year.
That's his
like-
man.
Like I feel like playing Costa affects us.
I just
From
That's what I'm
playing
saying.
that- but like from playing from that direct style that we're better at, because Costa's not running like Cabral and Garcia. You feel me? Cabral, I
I just
mean,
said that.
he might not have started off like good at all, but I feel like his last 2 games have been a lot better.
He
No,
hasn't
Alright.
been
you guys
He
said
ended
this. I
up
think
kinda
Massa might have been you. Look, Cabral, to his credit, his work ethic has always been there, right? He hustles. It's just his end product, and we've talked about this shit. Like he's gotten in so many good situations, so many good opportunities. Sometimes he does some fucking saucy shit, and then he does some fucking Angel Figueroa shit right in front of the goal. It's like, bro, get the pasta, get the pasta, like. I get it, and with Costa, and I think maybe that's a frustration that we see with Cabral, that there are glimpses, right? That like just get over there, like just get over that hump, get over that line, jump over that wall, and be that player that we're hoping that you're gonna be. With Costa, there's none of it there. Like at least I'm not excited for him to come back.
Nah, he hasn't shown glimpses, right? Like he hasn't really shown glimpses. Like the stuff that we highlighted from him has been reached. We've been reaching for shit because he hasn't really
Yep.
shown glimpses. Like there's a lot lacking, especially from what you guys are saying, right? Like when we're at our best is when we find that space and we make defense shift uncomfortable, right? Like they have to pull out wide, they have to do whatever it is. Costa gives us none of that unless he's playing deeper back and sending balls in, right? But even at that, he hasn't displayed that much for the G. So I'm not banking on that, man. Whatever. I just went on a tangent. I wish. I hope there's a mechanism where we don't have to
It's your
pull through.
podcast. That's right.
Ooh. I hope there's a mechanism where we don't have to pull through and have him for the full 18 months or whatever that we're supposed to be contracted to have him because man, he's not it. He's not it. But that being said, two two big victories versus two big teams, uh, and a 2 week break, or at least a 1 week break completely for them, and it seems like they're back in business now in training. We go up against Portland this Saturday, a Portland team that's
Second to last in the West.
a Portland team that
Third to last.
it feels like they it feels like they should be better than what they're at right now, but 15 points with
Not this season.
three doves, six draws, and six L's. Like not a very good team. Um, what are we thinking? Are the guys gonna come out here and keep displaying that yes, this is who we are. We're gonna take it.
Are we giving predictions or just play style?
Let's just talk about the game. Let's talk about the game, and then we go predictions.
I feel the Galaxy are going to be. When it came to Grandier, I think it was 2 years ago or a year ago, where we saw that flashiness, where we saw that oh shit, he has it, he could do it. I think that's going to be the Galaxy as a whole, where they're going to attempt to do these flashy things, where it's going to be connecting. Maybe that end product might not be there. I feel we are going to get goals, and ultimately we are going to win. But they're going to get a little bit more riskier on the offensive side, and it's something we've always wanted to see, which is I think it's going to showcase a pretty good game. We're not going to dominate, but we're going to be able to control the game freely.
Masi, you said I said I feel like they should be in a better place than what they are. You said not this.
Yeah,
What you know about Portland? They makes say that.
They've been pretty ass, bro. Like they defend in the low block, but they don't defend too well. Um, and offensively, it's I think except for Yimi Chara, and they don't really have much to offer. At least not this season. But I think this could be one of those ugly games. Like I don't think it's gonna be as easy, or I don't think the spaces like these last two games are gonna be there for this one. I think it's gonna be a little tight, a little congested in the middle. I obviously think we're gonna have possession. That's not gonna be in question, but I don't know. This one feels like a trap game for me, 100%.
Mm, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear
That's
that.
how
Angel,
that's
Man,
how I
to me,
feel.
let
Like
me tell
I'm
you why it feels like a.
optimistic, but
Let me feel you why it feels like a trap game to me, because I'm gonna bring it back to my high school days. All right, I remember it was 2011. I mean 2011. It was my 11th grade year, so that was like what 2008, my 11th grade year. We were unbeaten to start the season. We went into that 2 week break. We had spanked everyone in our division up to that point. We went into that 2 week break. You know that winter break that everybody gets. We come back the first week from school. We play Fairfax at Fairfax. We go in there cocky, confident. We're gonna smack these fools. You know they're
They were
whack.
also a good team, though.
Not that season they were okay, but that
Yeah.
season we were spanking everyone. This that next season that they were good when they spanked the shit out of us. But we went up there, thinking we were gonna fuck the shit out of these fools. Fuck Fairfax, whatever. Dog spanked the shit out of us 3-0. They humbled us really good, and that's what I'm feeling right now because they just came from these back to back wins, great wins. We just talked about it. The LAFC game, the Austin game. Something about playing Portland, you don't know what's gonna happen. And again, it's Galaxy playing against everyone. I get it, but listen, Portland beat us 3 in a row, then we beat them 3 in a row. We're in that one right now. It's like fuck, what's gonna happen right now? It's a trap game for me for sure. I'm with Masa. It's just
But it's
we
very
were right.
different, though. Your comparison, because I'm sorry, we're talking about Venice fucking high school soccer, but Venice high school soccer at that time was very dominant going into that break. The
That's true.
Galaxy haven't.
Fair,
It's been
yeah,
2 games. It's been 2 games
two
where
games.
we show glimpses of it,
You're right.
but
So we were better. You're right.
but
Yeah.
it's been a couple games where we don't see it. So now my question is, say we go into this, it's a trap game. What are our feelings after that? Is this the team that we're used to seeing? Is the last game a fluke, or are we always going to hold on to it? Be like, see, that's where we should be. That's where we should be, and kind of cry about that all season,
well,
or
That
what do
we
you
listen,
I
think?
just
that
feel
we
like
need no more 2 week breaks.
I just feel like the style, like the styles of each team
Mm-hmm.
don't mesh, right? Like their style of
What is
playing,
Portland style right now though?
I'm
What is
telling you,
their
low
style?
block, and that's what I'm worried about, right? They might not defend well or whatever, but it's still a low block, and for some reason, we can't break a low block to save our fucking life. At least not this season. At least I haven't seen it yet. And when we do win those games, it's a fucking golazo. I'm not saying we're not gonna score.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
not saying
saying
that we're gonna lose.
we're
Yeah, I
not
get you.
gonna win. I just feel like what you saw in the last two games, and I hope I'm fucking wrong, and I hope we fucking blow these fools out the water. I just feel like this is gonna be an ugly ass game, and it possibly an ugly ass win. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not saying like, oh, we're gonna fucking lose this game. No, that's not what I'm
Well,
saying.
Yo,
I'm saying it
you
feels.
know
but
what? Fuck this shit.
we're talking about. Hold on, before we say anything else, we're talking about a team who's sitting 12th place right now.
Yeah,
Right?
but you're also talking about.
They've allowed 21 goals in, or 25 against, and they lost the last 3.
But who are we?
That's
What's
exactly what I'm saying.
ATB?
I'm saying. What I'm trying to say is, if we can't confidently say like we should win this game, and that we should comfortably like dominate this game, I think the Galaxy. Then you guys think the Galaxy's in trouble.
Yo, but one thing, you read that stat line of they give up 25 goals, but they also have 21 goals in favor, 4 more than the Galaxy, that would put them in 5th place in scoring goals. So they know how to score goals, but they know how to get scored.
But we don't give up. But we don't give up. I was bringing the fact that they left 25 goals in.
See, but
Like,
you can't look
we
at
left
stats,
15.
though, because
No, they
you
left
can't look
25
at
goals
stats
in.
in
That's
MLS because everybody beats everybody. One,
yo.
and two,
All I'm saying is they let 25 goals in. That's
when teams play against us, they show up, whether you like it or not. They try extra hard against the G's.
Yeah, always. I mean, that's a given. We know this. Yeah.
listen. It doesn't fucking matter, because if we out here thinking we're gonna struggle or we can't beat a 13th or 12th place
I'm
team,
not saying we can't beat them. I'm just saying it's gonna be an ugly ass game. I'll take
I hope not.
I'll take exactly right. I hope not. But for some reason, it feels like that's what it's gonna be. That's
I
how
hope
I'm
not.
feeling. I feel like it's gonna be
You know,
like
you
a
get-
low scoring game, and fuck it, we get 3 points. I'll take the 1-0.
Man,
But I hope that it's not that. I hope that we can break these two down.
if you were talking about RSL, if you were talking about Nashville, if you were talking about Dallas, you're talking about Seattle, and this is what we're talking about, I'm on board 100% because I agree with you. But Portland, after 15 games, has 15 points. Like,
you know
yo,
what?
if and again,
You're right.
if we're looking at that team like
Right.
that, like it's you know, I mean, it says, and again, I'm not even, maybe, you know, me saying that kind of shakes things up, right? But like what you guys were saying is what you guys were feeling.
You think?
And
you
the way
think
you guys
other teams
feeling about
talk
the
about us
G's.
like this way? You think other teams talk about like that? Talk about us this way too?
No,
About what?
I think we're still seeing like we ain't shit. I think a lot of teams underestimate the Galaxy too.
You think so? I don't think so anymore.
100%. No.
Hey, Rudy, you know what?
I feel like that.
Just because we said I'm gonna bust some cumbia kings right quick, get some azuquita and put some azuquita here on my cafefe, and I'm gonna make this shit sweet right now. Just a little bit sugar. I'm gonna drink a little bit of this coffee Kool-Aid right quick.
Baby. Coffee Kool-Aid, baby. Oh, listen,
Coffee Kool-Aid, baby. Coffee Kool-Aid, baby.
And I'm
George said some
I'm
shit
asking
too.
more than
George
anything
said-
else.
I'm not
Yeah,
saying
you
we're
know what?
losing. I'm
And
not
George
saying we're
said some
losing.
shit too that resonated to me. You're right. It's not Venice soccer. It is not Venice soccer. It is a fucking guy. You know, we're gonna go fucking spank that team. Fuck what Massa says. Fuck Portland. Fuck Pacific Northwest.
You know
fuck
what you
Seattle,
guys just
fuck
you
them,
guys,
fuck
you
all
guys
that
know
shit.
exactly what
We're
you
about
guys
to
just
beat
did
the
here,
shit
right?
out of 'em.
You know exactly what we just did here. We're gonna take an L on Saturday because of this dumb
See,
shit right
shut
here.
the
Every
fuck up.
time he
All right,
goes
all right.
off,
All right, dog, listen, we're gonna come back again next week, though.
I hope.
And I'm gonna ask you
I
about
hope-
that. I'm
I
gonna ask
hope-
you about it because we're
Yeah,
gonna win.
like-
Thank you.
4-0.
Listen, man,
I mean, we already beat them this season.
so you
Yeah.
want
In
a
their house.
spanking?
3-1.
You want a spanking?
And this is
Thank you.
before, like
I
we beat them early on. Like again, man, and that was really me questioning what you guys are saying, because again, if we're talking about like any of the teams that are in playoffs right now or competing for
Hey, hold on.
playoffs,
I'm not even kidding, bro. I really do feel hype right now. Like we spanking. I'm
I'm
not even
saying, like,
playing with
I
them.
think we are. I think we are. Like, I think it's perfect. Like, but again, I think we are, right. And I'm gonna go ahead and when my prediction is gonna reflect that. But if it doesn't happen, like again, Galaxy is in a place where like, who the fuck are you, right? Because like right now, like
But to me, all that matters is the fucking 3 points. If the Galaxy get 3
Yeah, that's
points, win
true.
3 straight, then I don't give a fuck.
but not me. I want to know who the Galaxy is. I want to know what they want to do. I want to know the intention.
Well, they already
yeah,
said
it's a team that
knows how to
they're
find
showing you
victories.
what they are so far.
Yeah, find a way to win.
So far,
Just find a way
wait,
to win.
what's
Yeah.
so far?
So far,
No, I don't think they
we can
have.
play
Like,
when
how
we
far
have
would you think
space.
they
We
are?
can play when we have spaces, and we can't play when we don't have space because we don't have a fucking cam. That's
So
what
if
we
you're
both
playing
all
against the
see.
Galaxy, what are you gonna do?
Sit back, sit back, wait for him.
Again,
So how's that a team that knows how to adjust? We need to be a team that knows how to adjust.
But
Have we shown that
We
so
have
far?
Jovic, baby.
We shown what?
Have we shown that so far?
No.
Yes, we have.
You're about to.
Yes,
we
we
could
have.
adjust now.
listen, the start of the season, it wasn't pretty, but it was a lot of grinding. There was intention of what they wanted to do, but they couldn't figure out, and there was grinding against NYCFC. That was a grind that win, 90-minute goal. No, that wasn't one to go against NYCFC.
2 wonder goals at 6 points.
Okay, yeah, but I'll take that. Right, like I'm not gonna mad at it. But we grinded these games out.
That's not figuring out a way. That's not me figuring out a way and us adapting. Doing a wonder goals to me is not adapting to the game. We might see the game very differently.
It's grinding a game out. Like they
got one about adapting.
But again, so no, but what I'm talking about is like, so we started season by grinding games out. We had a patch in the season where we were taking the L's and getting these like lucky draws where we couldn't figure anything out, and then we ended up before the break with these two things. They've shown us everything. What I want to see is who the fuck you really are. I think because they showed us a spectrum of shit that they're capable of doing. Where are we gonna land and be like, okay, this is what we could bank on, right? Some games we are gonna grind out. Some games we are gonna not perform. Some games we're gonna win the goals. But most of the games, this is what we're gonna do. Like when we don't know that, that's what I'm trying to get at. I want to know.
In this game against Portland, what do the Galaxy need to do for you to be like, okay, this is who they are?
I need them to score multiple goals.
But it's not just about scoring goals.
Can I finish? Listen,
I finish. Okay, I finished.
I need them to score multiple goals the way that they scored the Joe League's goals. Like where there's creation and they take advantage of the space. They're able to create space, take advantage of space, score multiple goals, and either like clean sheet or one goal that the Portland really deserves. That's what I need. I just need like creations to happen from a team aspect. I need multiple goals, and I need a good defensive showing. Right? It doesn't have to be 4-1, but I need a 2-1.
To the chat, it says, why are we questioning the Galaxy? We beat the first and play second team. I think Angel answered it correctly because the G's played to the opponent's level. And that's what makes the difference of this G's to when we were dominant. When we were playing big teams, we beat them. When we played small teams, we made sure to adjust and also dominate as well. That's what we want to see. That's why we're questioning them. We've been wounded for the last 5 years. That's why we're questioning them. But to Rudy's point, I agree 100%. I think a little bit more of what I said was to show that creativity, to show that swag, to show that they're attempting it, as opposed to being lost, especially on home field. That's what's the most frustrating. That's what's the frustrating part. But I feel that they could do it against Portland. But if they show me that and we pull out a win, I'll be a lot more comfortable with the G's. If we grind out a game at home against Portland, I'm going to be a little bit more skeptical.
Now, see, I'm the opposite. I feel like if let's say Portland sits in the low block and we grind out a win at home and we get those 3 points, regardless.
Listen to those words you just said. Grind out a win at home.
Okay, regardless
because a 13th place team, bro.
Regardless of how we do it, then that shows me that they could grind out against anyone. But it doesn't matter how they play. Man, it doesn't matter how they play. The important thing is we grinded.
No, it does matter because listen, we grinded against New York NYCFC, a home opener, right? And that game we were still a better team. We just couldn't get the goal. Got a 90th minute. Against Charlotte, we tried everything through it, all the stick and catch at them. And it took a wonder goal. So I'm not upset at that, right? Against Orlando, like that game.
We should have won.
But we didn't. Right? I'm upset at that one. But so is that part? Like, Minnesota a few weeks back. Right? We ended up leaving one with a 1-1 draw. A game we could have won. Right? And it was ugly. It was grinded out. Like I want them to do that shit every single time we go away. Do that shit. Grind it out. When we get the big boys come see us at home, and we need to grind out a victory at home that way, grind it out. But we're playing a 13th place team, a 12th place team, a 14th place team. Nah. You got to be Big Daddy at home.
I agree.
You know what I mean? You got to show who you are and why you're in the playoff seedings right now, and you're not because we're a better team and we're at home.
Well, if that's the case, I mean, shit, just think about the Houston game. Think about the Dallas game.
Yeah, that's what that and that, listen, and again, right? Like going back to the point, like I just want to know who we are, or at least have an idea of who we are, and we don't because of what you just said right now, right?
But so
we dominate against Austin, and then we shit the bed versus Dallas and Houston.
Also, us playing to our opponents' levels.
Yeah, that part too. Like we can't do that. That's not what we should be doing. But again, like, listen, I'm gonna take a step back because I think we've done better than that, better of that this year. Like we've gotten points where lots of years we wouldn't have. We've won games that a lot of years we wouldn't have. So again, I think we're doing better than that. But this game at home, coming after what we just saw the last two games, being fresh, like everybody got their legs back after 2 weeks. They hope they did. Let's see it. Let's see it versus Portland. We got a chance to see it right now versus Portland, a 12th place team. A team that's allowed 25 goals in. Come on. Come on, man. I need to show up. Predictions. I'm gonna go with a 4-1. A 4-1. I don't know who scores. I know Chiefs is gonna score at least 2. And then I don't know who else scores the rest, but we're gonna 4-1.
They still have David Bingham?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
He was using an open cup. I saw him get scored on.
He is funny. Sorry, I just wanted to laugh.
What are we doing?
All right,
What are we doing? Come on.
Angel, what's up?
Oh, easy though. 2-0 Galaxy. And it's gonna be a convincing win. We need a clean sheet.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep. I'm not so concerned about the goals. I think we'll be fine with goals. We just
Masa,
it'll be
where you at?
We need a clean sheet.
I'm at 2-0.
I'm close.
Never
I'm
mind. I'm
2-1.
gonna say 3-0 then. Fuck
I'm
my
at 2-0.
taking my goal.
I'm a 2-0 ugly ass win. But
Sheesh.
All right, 2-0 beautiful win. There you go.
I say 2-1. I say 2-1. Convincing win. Convincing with style.
me gusta.
That's what we need, like straight up, man.
That's what I'm hopeful for.
Or as we come back here, or as we come back here and just like again,
But I don't know.
what the fuck say? Like you know what the fuck, right? Like I really
Angel, I'm seeing you after the game. Let's make a little side bet for the fans. Let's see. Make a bet. If you lose, you take a shot.
Who?
Everyone loves seeing your shot face. You stupid.
All right, fuck it. I'm down.
Who do you think scores?
¿Quién dijo miedo, pues?
Who do you think scores? One person. Yes or no?
What do you mean?
Chicha, does he score? Yes or no?
Mm.
Yes or no? Come on.
No.
Okay, no. If he does, you take a shot. There it is.
All right.
Yeah,
Alright,
take a
boys.
shot though. All right. Anything else? Anything else we want to talk about? You got any questions? Did we post about questions?
Let me see. I'll check on here. STF questions. We did get a question a couple weeks, and it's still relevant. Well, Glenn wants to know, call me crazy, but if we give Joveljic more minutes, I still want him to come off the bench. We know Victor ain't going to go close to 90. Shit, barely 60. Let our D wear them down for 50, 60, and then switch it up with El Pistoleto, a.k.a. Jove, a.k.a. DJ 99, and run rampant like on Sunday. What do you guys think?
I mean, you called this out, right? You said he's coming off the bench. That was you said that, and thing. Angel alluded to the same. Like, man, it worked as fuck against Austin. You know what I mean? Like, it worked. It really did. So why the fuck not?
And
right?
Also, follow-up question.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
At some point though, if he keeps up, right? Let's say he keeps scoring goals with decent minutes, 40 minutes, 30 minutes running game. I'm sure he'll learn a start at some point, and that's good for Cheech.
Yeah,
right?
Cheech, yeah. I'm about to say that.
Yeah, it's good for Cheech because you let Cheech rest. You know, if there's games that Cheech, you know that. Listen, Portland might be an example of a game where you probably could rest Cheech, right? Could rest. I'm not saying that they will right now because he just came back from this break. I think he's rested. I think he's ready to roll. But somewhere down the line, maybe he's had back to back 90-minute starts. He's had a few goals. He had good games. Doing well. Let him sit. Let him take a game or two rest. You have a beast in Joveljic who can lead that line up top.
And even when he comes in, like even against Austin, like Cheech came off before the end of the game. And anytime you can save him a few minutes, like let's do it. All right, let's do it. Because we're gonna be a playoff team. We're gonna fucking playoff, so we need them fresh.
All right, follow-up question. Furrow, what do y'all make of the rumors about Chicha potentially moving on from us? He sold his house.
You guys hear Corner of the Galaxy by any chance? I think it was the Monday.
When I did hear them
when they talked about the house. When they talked about the house, like he, for some reason
about him downsizing.
Yeah, like so, like when I seen that, because I think Manny, shout out to Manny from Outlaws, he posted it on Discord. Yeah, my fucking my thoughts went right there, right? Like, oh, like he's gonna bounce, right? But then when I heard Corner Galaxy, they were talking about like he made $1 million off of that property in a year or 2 years, whatever. Like that makes a lot more sense to me than him planning a move, right? He doesn't have a family. That's a big ass crib. He made $1 million off of it.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah, like that makes. Like to me, like the way Corner Galaxy broke it down. Shout out to them. Go check out that I think it was the Monday episode.
It was
or it
last
might have been the
Thursday. I
last
remember.
Thursdays.
It was with
Hammer?
Portuguese because I
With
heard it
Hammer,
on
yeah, yeah,
Thursday.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
So it wasn't
So,
Mondays. 'Cause I heard Mondays and didn't talk about that on Mondays.
so it was last Thursdays. And that makes sense to me. Like that, I think to me, like that makes more logical sense than him prepping for a move, right? Because I don't think he needs to necessarily sell his house before he has a move ready.
Yeah, people are in place to do that for when players leave.
Yeah. So like, I think that makes more sense. I think that's dead. Um, that being said, though, like if there was a move, I wouldn't necessarily be heartbroken every month.
And I also think that Chicho won't be dumb enough to like jeopardize the season to do that and to add all that drama mid-season. Not even mid-season, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
Close enough.
Basically, Glenn, you're stupid for even believing that.
Damn.
That's what Rudy
I
said.
didn't,
That's
say,
crazy.
I didn't say
dog.
all that, Glenn. I did not
That's
say
crazy.
all that.
You see the Kool-Aid? Hey, the Kool-Aid be making him trip.
Just stop. I didn't even put a
All right.
sticker on that bitch.
That's all on my end, Angel.
We
Is
don't
there
have a
anything?
lot. Yeah, we don't have a lot, but just here on Instagram, Jasmine_Trujillo93. Finally, because we finally have a podcast. Thank you.
Sorry.
Logan Jones. Oh, and actually, it's a good question. Well, not a question, but a comment. But I guess it can lead up to the topic. Apple better not get rid of Joe and Kobe, or we riot. The best commentary duo in the MLS. One,
Oh.
right. So we can talk about that really quick about
Ooh.
Apple TV. Yeah, about
I
that
didn't-
deal. Yeah. But one, I'm gonna go out here and say I genuinely think the Galaxy is gonna keep those guys because just think about what they did in the U.S. Open Cup. The whole little mission to get Joe out to Florida for the game. If the Galaxy still have them in 10, like no, it's gonna be our people that are be calling the shots. Well, not the shots. Sorry, our people do call the shots, right? But are be calling the games. I don't see why they get rid of Joe. I mean, we've had Joe here before. He talked about he's been with the Galaxy every single year except for that first year, right? That very first year, if I recall correctly, he mentioned that he was a in-stadium announcer or something like that, right? And ever since then, he took over the booth, right? So if you guys in Cash said go check out our quarantine series that we did with a bunch of different Galaxy personalities, and go check it out. Listen to what he says. So again, with that being said. At this point, he's starting to become, the Bob Miller, the Chick Hearn of LA sports. He's that guy right now. So why are you not going to push for this guy to still be?
With that being said, though, why not?
Why not?
$2.5 million in Apple coming in and kind of just waving their
Billion.
dick around.
Oh no,
Billion.
No, but
Billion.
billion. That's why I said billion. My
You
bad.
said million.
Oh, my bad. 2.5 billion. And they recently did that with the MLB. And on Fridays when we were catching the Dodger game, you don't get Dodger announcers, you get their announcers, and it's a very hit or miss. So I'm excited to see and kind of nervous to see what they're going to do.
But isn't that MLB Fridays thing that they have going on?
MLB? Yeah, so they have them only on Fridays,
right? Whereas with MLS, it's what ESPN has right now. But it's gonna be Apple Plus or Apple Plus, right?
Yeah, Apple TV Plus.
But okay. So
Whatever.
for example, when ESPN has games on Sunday for MLB, it's also their commentators. So I have a feeling that Apple's gonna fully come in, take some MLS guys like some over.
But I'm saying that that's not the exclusive partner, right? Apple TV is technically the exclusive partner, so they're gonna carry all the games from all the teams. So listen, I don't know. You might be right. I'm just saying, if you're Apple TV, it makes more sense.
I think logistically, it's harder for Apple to bring in their own people, and it's kind of what's already set in place. Yeah. But it is Apple. I mean, I'd be surprised either way.
Go peep game to on the infrastructure that they're laying out. Like they're gonna be good. Like they're gonna be good, and I think it's gonna be. Do you guys remember the first year of Spectrum? The first couple years of Spectrum TV.
Yeah, they had all the content was like.
Like
was it Galaxy Outsider and all that shit?
So all that shit, like you'll see a big package. You'll see a big package for MLS, and I think it's gonna count a lot with like local teams content. So I'm pretty I think they're gonna bring them in. What we do have to do though is like make sure that gets rating. Make sure that the MLS games on Apple TV Plus get traction. Because if it does, then they're gonna keep throwing money on it. It's all about streaming services right now, so they want it to have like traction and have the viewership. And did I read that right? That like season ticket members are getting
Galaxy. Sorry,
yes, season ticket members are getting access to it.
Yeah, we're getting free.
Listen, those are all subscribers now for Apple TV Plus, and that's all it's all about, right? It's all about the number of subscriptions you have, number of users you have. So as long as like they get traction on that and they get viewership continuously throughout the whole season, they'll keep throwing money at it, and it's Apple. So you
I
know they
was
got
so
money.
excited when I heard that Apple got it. The UI for it, everything is so nice. When
Oh
we
yeah,
saw
man.
when we saw
Phone.
the Dodger game on a Friday, it's
Oh my
insane.
god, yeah.
Even on TV, it's perfect. Like
I'm about
I'm
to watch
very
it on my
excited to see
watch,
what they're gonna
dog.
do with MLSs. Yeah,
Yo,
I'm
you
very
seen
excited
that?
for it.
You seen that iOS 16 has like the little live score now? You know they're integrating that shit for MLS,
Oh yeah,
right? Like when I
The best
seen it.
part too. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh,
No,
so
no, I was
when I
just saying.
seen that
Dale, dale,
for
tú,
real,
dale, tú,
for
dale.
real.
Yeah, dale.
So when I seen the live tracking for the NBA game they showed at the WWDC, I was like, oh,
Uh-huh.
that's dope. They'll never incorporate MLS in this. All right,
Now
that was
look
my
at that.
thought. Yeah, that's gonna be full blown integration. That's gonna be so dope. Yo, Android users, my bad. Take a L.
Look at myself, Baboso.
No, all I was gonna
Bobo.
say is the fact that they made an emphasis there about saying no blackouts. So that's great.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
that
yeah.
is big for me. I
Yo,
can't watch sometimes I can't watch the Galaxy if they're not on a specific channel, right? I
one
can't watch
one
them. I
request.
don't have
I need one request though, dog. I need them
what.
to give me picture in picture in picture like ESPN does. Where I got 4 games
Ooh,
playing at the same time.
4-4-4-4.
Yeah, they need to
You
give
can
me
watch
that
all
shit,
the
dog.
games at once.
Yeah, give
Oh
me
yeah,
that shit, dog. That's gonna be. Like, I'm straight. Like that's all I need. That's gonna be
that
dope. I'm
actually would be
I'm
really
excited
dope.
for it. I'm excited for it. I hope, like again, I think the money's there for because it's Apple, and as long as it gets viewership, man, I think that's gonna be good. Two
What
I
is
point
hope
that do
five
for
that
viewing
billion, dog.
parties?
bars though. I hope
That's
that bars
interesting.
are able to stream because
That's
high
exactly
resolution.
yeah.
Yeah.
What do we
Oh.
do that for viewing parties?
Fuck it, dog. Just fucking AirPlay. I put it on
Screen
my
share,
phone.
baby.
AirPlay that shit, dog.
Screen share, there you
Yeah,
go.
AirPlay that bitch, dog. We're good.
Yeah, screen share,
AirPlay,
baby.
cast it. It's all good. We're
Yeah.
good.
You
I got
get a
ya.
text message. You get a notification from browsers that your favorite porn star created a video.
No, listen, we're not going there. We're not going there. Anything
It's me.
else?
It's me.
Pobre masa no está hablando. Llora.
Oh man.
It's okay, fool. You guys have something that we had for 2 years ago, dog. I don't even care about Apple like that.
I mean, I have Apple TV, dog. On
Uh-huh.
There you go. Let's go, baby. You straight.
The
All
fuck?
right, good, all right.
All right,
Any other
boys.
questions or get the fuck out of here? Come on, let's go.
I guess the last thing from Osman, he said World Cup should have gone to Morocco. USA some sissy ass delegation. Listen, if Morocco would have any other major cities, then cool. But fuck that, we got LA, then we got LA, and then we got LA, and then fuck the rest. We got LA, baby. We got the World Cup
SoFi, huh?
at SoFi Stadium, the home of the Los Angeles Rams, world champions. Fuck all of Georgia's teams, all 30 of them.
God.
Sorry. I just had to get out of there.
Y'all good?
I
Y'all good?
I almost cried. I almost cried. No, I almost cried earlier. I was cooking and I was watching this shit and they announced it. Listen, I think we all knew LA was gonna be.
I
Yeah,
thought it was
right?
gonna be LA, but I didn't think it was gonna be so fun.
But when they announced it, I was like, oh, I couldn't hold it in, dog. I wanted to cry.
Yo,
Like true story.
I'm glad it's SoFi and not at one of the older stadiums.
I thought it was gonna be the Rose Bowl.
Nah, I'm
No,
good.
that's disrespectful, dog.
I'm good. Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's 'cause the
want
SoFi doesn't have the dimensions for a soccer field.
they'll figure it out.
okay, so that's exactly it, bro. It's the World Cup, right? If you're Stan Kroenke and everything you just did right now with the Rams and all that money you invest in that place, you want that place to be the crown jewel of the United States. You want it to be one of the world stadiums. One of the best teams in the world. You figure that shit out. You're getting the World Cup to SoFi Stadium.
Yep,
You figure that shit out. And they will. I'm 100% sure they'll figure that shit out.
Look how Stan
plus,
Kroenke figured it out with Arsenal.
Actually, we just did.
I mean, look at the Emirates.
We got Patrick Vieira
The
coming
Emirates
back.
is amazing.
Is it wrong Vieira? Oh shit. Oops.
Yo, but straight up though, like I think you want to experience like new stadiums, right? You got to cramp.
Yeah, that's the
Stupid
purpose
ass
of
got
it.
a cramp. Stupid ass got a cramp. You want to experience new stadiums? Like, listen, I'm sorry. Last time I was at the Rose Bowl, I realized like this is great. A lot of memories here, but this is an old ass stadium. Coliseum, that's an old ass stadium, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah, like, it's good, dog. I'm glad they gave so far.
That's a bad take.
I'm
from
not gonna
Masa
attend
once
anyways.
again,
You know what I
dog.
mean?
No,
I'm not gonna attend anyways. But
if SoFi don't have the fucking dimensions for it,
they'll figure that
That's
shit
why
out. I'm not even
I'm
tripping on that. All right.
The Rose Bowl does?
Yeah, Roosevelt has dimensions for it. No more questions. I think you just said no more questions. It's in,
All right, no more questions. With that being said,
all right. With that being said, it's another episode straight from the stands. And we're really at Iron Sports on Twitch, Iron Sports on Twitter, Iron Sports on the gram. Somebody else say something.
follow me at Real Steph Curry. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck the Bay Area.
peace, love, and G's up, baby.
Peace. And we're done.